What's going on? What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, Dennis Neritu, back at it again at Neritu Basketball HQ. Yeah, man, I'm excited to come back with this stream. I know I promised you guys I'll come with this stream immediately after the game, but um, I, I got actually a invitation to a Nigerian TV station. I showed up there. Thank you guys for having me. So it was like an hour later. Then I had to do some other things, some few things. Then I said, let me just skip it back to at least like 9:30, so I can just get my like thoughts in. I can compile all my thoughts. I just didn't want to come in without everything on board. But yeah, man. So second game, Kenya versus Nigeria. I actually made a video earlier addressing the matchup between Kenya versus Nigeria, and I wasn't confident in Kenya if they don't change like the way they play. I didn't see them winning or making a potential upset with this Nigerian team. Considering the fact that this roster is different from the one that went 6-0 in the qualifiers, so you can see the errors and mishaps that the Kenya Morans had. Um, it appears that they didn't make the necessary adjustments or changes, and given the 6 months that they were at camp, that's how I assume it. I assume that you guys were in camp. If you were there before the tournament, you were together. I assume that you guys were together, but it appears that you guys weren't together. So I mean, that's that. So Kenya versus Nigeria, Kenya lost 55-71. This game was just out of our reach. Like, we lost this game way back in the in the first quarter. I mean, even if you look at the scoring revolution for this game, the way Kenya started with 1 point, like with like 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and then 12, they are yet to like make a field goal. That 1 point was it was a foul shot that only one went in and one rimmed out. So you can see Kenya really struggled in this game, and it wasn't even close. I can say like the point differential was like 10 points all through. So like Nigeria had like a 10 point buffer to Kenya. So Kenya, even if they try to make a run, Nigeria one up them, and that's that. That's and the rest is history. So Nigeria just knows how to maintain that lead. They maintained it throughout the whole game, and frustrated every effort like Kenya put in. But just just to, just not to get carried away with the way Kenya performed, because I really like being objective in anything analysis or commentary that I'm doing. Earlier today, I went on a live. I have posted a live with Karabani. I have posted it on my channel. You can just go back and watch it. Um, I talked with I talked with him. Then I mentioned this guy called Albert Odero. He came in the roster. He played with Cote d'Ivoire. The first game, he wasn't coming. He didn't come to his own, but there were flashes of greatness inside that guy. He had 8 points. He didn't show very much. He didn't show scream a lot of noise because Tai Longway went off him. The whole spotlight was on Tai Longway, but in this game, Tai Longway went down. Like he didn't play. He had the worst game. He only scored 4 points. He had the highest negative plus minus in the whole team, like -23. But we'll get to that later, because we have to talk about that as well. And just to shout out this guy, he balled out pretty well. He had an efficiency of plus 19, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. And this is the matchup that the guy that he was competing head to head with was Jeremiah Modi. This guy was a pest on defense. Late in the game, Wamukota and him went on a shoving match. I think it was him. Wamukota was working in the low post, but this guy was his aggressive defense. really, frustrated him, and I think he threw the ball at him. But that's just a side note. But this guy had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Just completely took over the whole stat sheet in his own unorthodox way, especially that block, and those 3 steals. I mean, he just did what he had to do. But great props to Albert Odero. He's that guy. He's that get a bucket guy. 23 points, eight rebounds. He was two rebounds shy from a double double. His performance was exemplary, despite the loss. This was the bright spot that I feel like Kenya needed. And also, Talongwe not playing well really hindered the team. But I feel like if Talongwe played like 25, he had that performance in Cote d'Ivoire in this game would have pretty close, and maybe it would have gone to overtime. But who knows what will have happened, because if he pulled off that performance, maybe we lost, maybe we won, but in this case we lost. So I mean, that's that. So let me just go down. You know the drill. We just gotta do the team comparisons. I'll be doing a comprehensive like video coverage. I thought about doing a reaction video after the game, but I said I'll just try to maintain the live stream. Then I'll do my full analysis of the teams when the Afrobasket comes to a close, just to get like all my thoughts together and gauge like their team's performances all through the whole run, and make sure that give every detail in reference to every game that every team played. So I'll be looking at specific country, and I'll just be aligning their games, showing their stats, the top performers, just showing them way to the future. So that's all I'll be doing. But in this case, you just have to watch me do the commentary on my Under to Basketball Radio. So in shooting, you can see Kenya, had a high 2 point field goal percentage, 44.4%. But in 3 point field goals, Kenya really struggled. They didn't convert any three at an efficient rate because they had 11.1%, as opposed to Nigeria. They shot 33.3%, which is pretty good for them. So from the perimeter, they were able to light it up. But one guy, Domingo, he wasn't hot this game, which is a plus for us, because if this guy was hot, we would have lost by like a lot of points, because that guy is known to sink a lot of threes. So yeah, man, on 2 point field goals for them Nigeria teams, they're 34.8%. Then on free throws, we've got Nigeria, they converted 62.5% of their free throws, as opposed to Kenya's 56.3. So you can see, like, despite the fact that we're walking the ball inside out of the perimeter, we're not able to convert the 3 point shot. So that thing really hurt us. In the Cote d'Ivoire game, I feel like we came out pretty strong from the three ball, because Tailongo was lighting it up from three, and all the other guys who attempted threes, they were hitting them, but in this game that shot wasn't dropping. But in the rebounds department, we out rebounded Nigeria despite the loss. 56 rebounds, 42 defensive rebounds, and 14 offensive rebounds. Actually, we out rebounded offensive rebounds for Nigeria. We got a lot of second chance points, but the problem is we weren't able to utilize them to our advantage. Even the rebounds, because rebounds equals like good defense and second chance points. So yeah, man. I mean, defensive rebounds, only 30 rebounds for Nigeria, 30 defensive rebounds and 5 offensive boards. So, but Nigeria, they were able to capitalize on the offensive boards that they got from Kenya. So, I mean, that's that. Then, key stats, we've got the steals. I mean, Nigeria like picked our pockets pretty well, 19 steals as opposed to Kenya's 6 steals. So, this 6 steals and 28 turnovers Kenya committed, they are very closely related, because for every turnover that Kenya committed, it was a steal for the other team. So in the turnovers department, Kenya had 28 turnovers as opposed to Nigeria's 13 turnovers, which is pretty bad. I mean, that's something that's not supposed to happen. In the assist department, Nigeria knows how to share the rock pretty well. 18 assists as opposed to Kenya's 8. In the blocks department, Kenya led in that stat, 4 blocks to Nigeria's 2. And the fouls were almost tied, but the fouls are really killing us. This is something that Kenya has to work on, because if Kenya doesn't work on this thing, it's gonna bite us in the back in the end. So Kenya has to improve on that thing. Then on to other stats. Points from turnovers, you can see Nigeria capitalized on that. 21 points of turnovers as compared to Kenya's 4 points of turnovers. Then in fast break points, you can see, okay, although Kenya took this stat 13 points of for 13 fast break points as opposed to Nigeria's 11, it's not a huge margin, but it can give the nod to Kenya because they try to utilize the fast break pretty well. Then we've got second chance points. Kenya tried this. They led in this stat, seven second chance points as opposed to Nigeria's 2. And points in the paint, we've got Kenya dominating in this stat, which shows how Kenya had a good stranglehold, especially in physicality, as opposed to this Nigerian team. They were able to score 18 points in the paint as opposed to Nigeria's 14 points in the paint. Then points from the bench, you can see Kenya was pretty good off the bench, 42 points from the bench as opposed to Nigeria's 28 points off the bench. But this wasn't enough. Um, it wasn't enough mustard to win this game. So as you can see from the way the Kenya Morans scored, I mean, it was pretty deplorable, as you can see from as you can see from the first quarter. Like, the way the Kenya Morans started this game just left a lot to be desired. Like, this game, the scoring started off pretty slow. Then in the when there was only 4 minutes 30 seconds left in the first left in the first quarter, like Kenya only had 1 point from a free throw, and Nigeria had 12 points. You can see like Kenya was really struggling in this game. Kenya he was yet to lead this game. Kenya did not lead in this game. There were no lead changes. There were no games tied. And the biggest lead Nigeria put against Kenya was 20. And Nigeria pretty much dominated, flat out dominated in this game in 37 minutes and 47 seconds. So you can see like Kenya wasn't ready for the type of basketball Nigeria was putting out there. So that's that. I mean, let's just go to the box score real quick. So we've got the usual suspects. You know them. Let's start with Tyler Ongwae, the man of the hour. 29 minutes played, 4 points, 15% shooting from the field, 2 of 13. You've got 2 point field goals, 13.3%. I mean, then in the three, he never made a three. He shot 7 threes. He attempted 7 threes, but didn't even make one. And from the line, he was 0 for 3. So, I mean, this guy had the greatest negative plus minus in the team with a minus 23 and an efficiency rating of -7. You can't even say this is the same guy that dropped 25 points in the game prior to Cote d'Ivoire, because he looked like a complete shell of himself. Then we've got, Valentine Yakinda, 7 points, 50% shooting, 3 of 6 on 2 point field goals, 2 of 5 shooting, 40%. Then we've got the threes. He made 1 3. That's 100. That's pretty good. 2 rebounds. Then he had 2 personal fouls. I mean, this guy keeps fouling, but he had a plus minus for +6. Then Tom Bushwamokota, another guy who I'm just gonna hold to the fire, because this guy literally did nothing to help this team win. I mean, 17 minutes played, 3 points, 1 of 6, 16.7% shooting from the field, 1 of 6. I mean, he didn't make a three. He went to the line. He made only 1 free throw. He had 3 rebounds, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, had a plus minus of a -19, and then a negative efficiency rating of -1. So it was pretty deplorable for that guy. Then we got guys who went scoreless. Griffin Ligari, 10 minutes played, 0 points, although he grabbed 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, Eric Mutoro, their leading guard, he only played 6 minutes in this game. He was rendered unplayable. I mean, it was just sad because this guy, he did actually nothing. He only grabbed a rebound and assist, and committed one turnover. He had a plus minus for -2. Then we've got Fidel Okoth. This is another guy who he came in. Um, he played 21 minutes. He had 7 points. He shot 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 2-point field goals, and 1 for 1 for 3, and 2 for 2 from the line. So you can see he had 7 points, 7 rebounds, although 3 fouls and 3 turnovers, which was pretty bad. Three fouls and 3 turnovers. He might have averaged a double double if he wasn't this careless with the ball, and one block. So he had a plus minus for a +3. Then we've got Victor Masimba Bosira. He played 21 minutes. He didn't score a point. He missed all of his free field goals. He attempted three field goals. He didn't score any. 2-point field goals. He didn't miss it. One when he attempted a three, he didn't miss. He didn't make it. But the funny thing is, this guy grabbed 7 rebounds, had dished out 1 assist. But the problem is, he had 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, and 1 steal. So all that like other things that he tried to do in an unorthodox way, it was pretty inefficient because he didn't make any three. Then we've got Ronnie Gombe, another guy. He played 11 minutes, 0 points. This guy actually did nothing in this game. Zero, 0 for 2. He attempted 2 field goals, didn't make any. He didn't even go to the line. He only grabbed 3 rebounds. He had only 1 personal foul, 2 turnovers. Completely did nothing in this game. Then we've got Okal Karanga. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He only had 4 points in the previous game. This game he only had 5 points. He had 16 minutes. He played 16 minutes. Had 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 50% field goal shooting, 1 for 2 from the line. He grabbed 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 personal foul, and 2 turnovers. He had a plus minus of -12. I mean, then we've got, um, who else? The guy that, he just came out of nowhere and he just balled out. The only bright spot in this whole game was Albert Odero. Just a round of applause for this guy because this guy played 28 minutes. He scored 23 points, 10 of 15 shooting, 66.7%, 10 of 12 from 2 pointers. He didn't make a three, but from the line, he shot 60% from the line, 3 of 5. He had 23 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, although he had 1 personal foul and 6 turnovers. He had 6 turnovers. I mean, although the turnovers, try to, make as, although these turnovers really, watered down that, historic performance from him. I mean, he's a pure talent. He just needs to, be more careful with the ball because he loses the ball a lot. But he had an efficiency rating of a +19. He was not bad at all. So you can see, this team was only held to 55 points. Alberto Dero is the only guy who scored like double digits. And this goes to show you that if these guys don't stay together and build up on their chemistry, this is going to be the same result that they're going to get even in the Mali game. And mind you, I picked Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria to beat Kenya. I wasn't expecting Kenya to pull off an upset, so this achieved my expectations. Then we've got another funny thing is the funny thing is I saw about this game was then in Nigeria, the only 9 guys who suited up for this game. So Mike Brown conveniently pulled out 3 guys. So they were playing with a 9-man roster as opposed to Kenya's 12-man roster, and we still lost by that much. So you can see Mike Brown just knew what to do. So notable performance, we got Utomi. He had 17 points. I mean, he had 2 rebounds. Jeremy Amodi, you've talked about him earlier, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 2 personal fouls and 3 steals, 1 block. He just did everything he had to do. I mean, this team was just well coordinated, and just a new team. Actually, this is not the same roster that played in the qualifiers. This is another roster, but we still lost to it. So what if we play with that roster that went 6-0? That means we're gonna get beat. We're gonna get beat big time. But the funny thing is, I mean, the guys like Desmond Willie actually forgot about him. 12 minutes played. I mean, he had 2 points, one of two shooting from the field, 50%. I mean, he what did he do? He grabbed 2 rebounds, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 steal and a block, plus minus or minus three. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, guys who have this negative plus minus. Tombo Shamukota, this guy stunk this game. Desmond really stunk in this game. Ronnie Gomez stunk as well. He actually did nothing despite playing 11 minutes. Who else? We've got Victor Massimo Bosire. I mean, this is another guy. He's grabbing 7 rebounds and, plus minus or minus 15. Eric Mutor. I don't even know if this guy is even playing. Sometimes it just looks like he's playing, sometimes he's not. You can never know what you're getting from this guy. The only guys who I can say that can carry this team are Tyler Ongway and Albert Odero. Taylor Ongwe, this game was just absent the whole game. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what spell like Nigeria cast on him that he only scored. He played 29 minutes, the same minutes that he played in the Cote d'Ivoire game. Only scored like 4 points, which is pretty crazy. I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, man. So that's your game. I mean, it's pretty disappointing seeing that the team didn't even make any changes, even for dating back from the Cote d'Ivoire game. I talked about this even in the qualifiers after they matched up with Mozambique. I said there's a lot of work to do. They didn't even make any changes. So this is the problem I have with that team. Then in the post game, I actually caught wind of the comments that the coach said, like it's all about experience. It's funny that they say about this. It's funny that that coach says anything about experience because last time I checked, you have a lot of experience coaching African teams at a high level. I mean, you have done it. I mean, these players are not like new to playing basketball. All these players, some of them play overseas. Some of these players already played in the NCAA. They know how basketball works. The thing that they try to mask that you know chaps my jaw is the fact that these guys it didn't do anything, didn't train. They don't even know basic offensive sets. They don't know basic defensive sets. They don't even know how to set screens. A guy doesn't even know how to a guy doesn't even know how to take a charge. They keep swiping at the ball. They keep fouling a lot. I mean, it's not normal to see a guy commit the same fouls over and over and over again, and nobody, even mainstream media, is not even reporting on it. It's funny to see their page is pretty silent when they lose, but when they win, they blow it out of proportion. Like every time I see these guys lose, I just remember that buzzer beater that Tyler Ongwai shot. That shows me that that moment was just overrated, and I broke it down in my harsh truth about the Kenya Morans. If you have not watched that video, please make sure to watch it. It's on my channel. It's on the Afrobasket analysis playlist or the Afrobasket playlist. Make sure to go and watch it because I expounded on it on the in depth what those guys did. So let's not nobody lied to you that these guys made any improvements because the way that these guys have looked with Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria, these guys did nothing. They didn't made no changes and no improvements made. I wouldn't even be confident if they can even beat Mali because I know Mali they're trying to grab a win, and Kenya Morans are just gonna get knocked out and they're just gonna get swept. And I wouldn't be surprised if these guys go 0 for 3 because they have shown no improvement, especially in the second half. Second half offense and defense is just piss poor. The turnovers are piss poor. It's always about, dishing the ball to Tyler Ongwai, getting him to his shot. If he misses, if he makes it, it's a win. If he misses it, what you gonna do? Bushamukoda doesn't even know how basic footwork. Guys like Albert Ordero are beating you on footwork, basic footwork. So you can see it's 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 a it's a tall ask for someone to convince me otherwise that Kenya, can even win it all. Kenya are not gonna win it all. They're gonna get knocked out and they're just gonna go home and just gonna watch the finals between Nigeria versus Tunisia or Egypt or Senegal. Between those four teams, one of them is gonna win the title. Tunisia are planning to go back to back because you remember they won the 2017 title. So the Kenya Morans, the best thing that they can do is, uh, you know, just go out, show out in the Mali game. Although they're gonna get knocked out eventually, I don't want to keep on saying experience because these guys have experienced these teams. They know these teams. They have met them in the African. They met them in the Afrobasket. If they didn't grab any knowledge from Senegal, Angola, or Mozambique, what makes you think that they're gonna beat Senegal? They're gonna beat Cote d'Ivoire or Nigeria? That actually jinxed that they're gonna match up with Nigeria, and I said that Nigeria is not a team that's gonna mess around. Even if, even though I saw Nigeria as a team that during the game I saw it as a team that can easily blow a game. They had Kenya's number and they had the blueprint on how to beat Kenya because Kenya doesn't know how to play in the second half. They just don't know how to play in the second half. This is something that I kept saying time and time and time and time again. I kept saying Kenya doesn't know how to play in the second half. No, none of you guys believed me. Now, do you believe me? My video on the hash truths about the Kenya Morans is panning out, and I hate the way it's panning out because I just wanted these guys to prove me wrong. Coach Liz Mills pulled out the excuse card. Actually, I was very disappointed when she pulled out the excuse card because I was like, come on, you can't be that. You can't just come in and just say that, oh, they've got experience than us. No, you can't come in and say that. Let me just give you an example, right? Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. And I know guys are gonna say, "Oh, Phoenix Suns and Morans are not the same," but follow me on this, guys. If the Phoenix Suns, they had a trash record for like 5 seasons, then when they made one change in the off season, they were able to turn around that team, right? So with that being said, no team can you can say that we're inferior, we can't do it. Any team can be beaten. You only need the right strategy to be able to come in and win that game. So the reason why I'm using that train of thought is this: if you guys went back for that 6 months and made changes on your gameplay, made changes on offense and defense, try to train guys on their positions because guys don't even know their positions. A guy like Abu Shamukota doesn't even know that he is a center. He doesn't even know that he plays center and he's supposed to be on the low block. This guy doesn't know that, and it's a problem because you can see that guy. He tries to be a shooter like a Steph Curry, but he's built like a Giannis. Giannis can't shoot a three, so but he can. But all I'm saying is this guy should know his position on the court and stay on the low block. I don't know why these big guys keep stretching to the perimeter where they are not able to get that shot easy. They're supposed to be staying on the low block and rotating at the low block. Then we've got a Tailongwa who's a wing guy who's supposed to be, um, taking handling the ball. If your primary ball handler can go scoreless and have negative effect on your team, the way a Eric Mutoro or a Griffin Ligari have in that system, why give them more minutes when you have like a Tyler Ongwai or a Albert Odero there? Just center the offense between those two guys and let these other guys, uh, just watch them because at this point, these guys, even if you try to put a Ronnie Gombe inside there, does nothing. Valentine Yakinda over there does nothing. So you can see it's pretty upsetting watching those games. So the Kenya versus Mali game is on Sunday. I'll try to see if I can catch and watch it. But if I don't, I'll still keep you guys posted on what the whole game happened. But it's a very disappointing and piss poor performance that shows me that Kenya did nothing to change anything. They just came in and tried to pull the wall over our eyes that they went and trained in the mountains. They're all together. They picked up their training like last minute, and you see why you got them 2-0 for 2. They lost to Cote d'Ivoire, a game that they could have won, but they blew it in the second half. In a game against Nigeria, where they started off horribly and they were able to recover all the way from the first quarter. There's no point in this game where these guys even met score wise. So, yeah, man, Mike Brown just knew Kenya has no chance against Nigeria. And this, considering the fact that this is not the same Nigerian team, this is a new team that they brought in and they beat us. So I may be wrong if they're not mostly the same roster, but I can see there are a bunch of new guys I've seen there. So Kenya Kenya just they just wet the bed this game, and it's just looking bleak for them. I'm not sure if they're gonna win a game, any other game moving forward. So even the Mali game can prove to be even difficult, but we just have to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna pick Kenya to beat Mali if they continue playing the same way. So I'm just waiting for those guys to prove me wrong. If you guys not gonna prove me wrong, my video holds true. The harsh truth about the Kenya Morans guys fold in the second half. And they don't even know how to score in the second half. And this is what's gonna kill them moving forward. Even if they meet a team like a Tunisia, Tunisia is gonna play with you. Actually, you're supposed to count your lucky stars that you're not gonna meet Angola again, because Angola is not gonna be easy on you. But Angola is still in the same 2-0-2 hole. I feel they got beat by Cape Verde and Rwanda, so they're in the same boat as us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet them. If we meet them in some point, they're gonna erase those memories of that buzzer beater shot that went in. So I mean, that's that. So I mean, Kenya at this point is just a disappoint. That Kenya Morans team is such a disappointing team at this point. I just lack any words to say. I'm just waiting for Sunday's game to see what's gonna happen. And yeah, man, just watch it, see if those guys, took the advice that they are being advice that are being given by the reporters. Because if they don't take like heed to what they were being told, it's gonna, reflect poorly on them. So I mean, that's that. So with that being said, man, I just don't want to take much time on talking to this because I'm going to be doing frequent streams moving forward in the near future. So if you guys like the stream, man, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification posts so that you never miss any new videos or streams I'm dropping. Make sure to like the video. Comment what you think in the comment section, what you think, and with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.